What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you an answer to the debate: Prime Dwight Howard versus MVP Jokic. And let's get into it. But before we get started, guys, I'm gonna point you guys to my description box down below. Two sections for you to check out. One being my social media links, follow me on all my social media platforms, and the other being my Amazon product links. Four links down below. Check them out if you want to. They won't break your wallet. Now let's get into the video. So, for some reason, everyone's taking what Dwight Howard is saying for to be a fact or to be news. Dwight Howard has been on a troll spree the last couple weeks. Really since the semifinals of the NBA playoffs. Talking about players coming to Taiwan, players that are struggling, Jordan Poole, Brian AD. A few names here and there as well. So he's been mentioning names and making things posts and saying things on IG lives and stuff a whole lot the last couple of weeks, and people really been bypassing it. But this one, it caught everyone's attention for some weird reason. But let's talk about it. Dwight Howard says, and this is quote: "Prime Dwight Howard over Nikola Jokic." He said, "All day, every day." Now, first thing first, I've been saying this since the All NBA team came out, All NBA 75 team came out, I think last year, if not mistaken. Howard should have been on that list. And just like how it is now, how his career ended up, DeMarcus Cousins, Carmelo Anthony, it's all about connections. It's all about networking. It's all about who you pissed off, who likes you, who loves you, all that good stuff. There's no way in the world Howard isn't in the league right now. There's no way in the world Melo should have retired right now unless he wanted to, which I doubt that's the case. Same for Cousins, same for a bunch of these guys who, everyone's case is different, but, they all, for some reason, either rub people the wrong way, piss someone off, had bad attitudes, whatever, fits the actual person. But Howard should have been on that top 75 list that came out last year, and Howard should still be in the league right now, in my personal opinion. I had him in a prediction video going to the Celtics this offseason. I thought that would have been a good move there, but it didn't happen, so whatever, cool. But on to the topic, MVP Jokic, prime Dwight Howard. Now, I'm 27. I seen prime Dwight Howard play. I seen it live. I seen it in color, and he was fantastic. He was phenomenal. Shaq-like guy, uber athletic, 6'10", 6'11", shot blocking machine. Rim runner, all that good stuff, right? And also now we see Jokic, MVP Jokic. I thought could have won third straight, in my personal opinion, but I think the media, the narrative, everything made him not win this year. Some people saying he's in his prime now. Some people saying he's not. Either way, he's a two-time MVP, runner up for third. So hey, he's if he's not there, he's about to be there now. So we see what Jokic is now. We see what his game is. So let's discuss it. First and foremost, people want to mention the 2020 finals, not finals, West Conference finals, Lakers versus Nuggets, and I think that does play a part here. Dwight Howard, not being the prime Howard, but with the Lakers, but he was, lost some athleticism, had back issues, but when he played Jokic, he gave Jokic problems, the physicality, the roughness, and the refs. I remember a series, the refs had let them guys play a lot. They let them bang, they let them play, and we already know the key to getting Jokic out of his game and the Nuggets in a tough spot is getting Jokic into foul trouble, and that's what Howard did. He roughed him up, got him in foul trouble, and also, I think he got a tech or two as well trying to deal with Howard. Had JaVale McGee also. So, that 2020 bubble series for the Nuggets and Lakers really can serve as a blueprint, to how that prime Dwight Howard could lock down prime or right now current Jokic. But then you get to Jokic's game. He can play perimeter if you need to. If the post is shut down, which it probably will be shut down by Prime Howard, and before I get in there though, Jokic, his game can play inside out, can pass well from the post, great basketball IQ, great passing in general, good rebounder, and overall just great scorer. 3-point line, inside, outside, all that good stuff. He give you everything, mid range. So depends on the certain matchup, he can definitely expose you there. But going inside, playing on the post against Howard one-on-one, Howard should not need any help. I think in the post, inside the foul line, or maybe at the foul line down to the paint, I think Howard will lock it all up. I think the only thing he can do is pass there, but the passing lanes, if the Magic's, saying Prime Howard, if Dwight's teammates on the Magics during that time stayed home, or stayed man to man, it shouldn't be a problem. It should be someone else from the Nuggets will have to beat you, like a Jamal Murray, like a Michael Porter Jr. or so on. So I don't think Jokic from the post, foul line down to the paint will be an issue. Howard probably had that locked up. The thing is, foul line back, that's what the problem is. He's a good dribbler. That being Jokic, he's a good dribbler, good at pick and rolls, good at handoffs. You see guard and center pick and rolls with him and Murray. And Murray being the screener, and Jokic doing whatever he does with the ball, being a picker. Being a roller. Excuse me. So that stuff there. The ball handler, sorry. So that can definitely be a trick there. Can trick some teams up. As I say, as long as Howard stays on him 1-on-1, foul line down, he should be fine. Foul line back, that's where it gets iffy. Howard away from the paint. And during that Howard's time with the Magic, there was no other shot blocker. You had Rashard Lewis, Hedo Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson. So the Magic would have been worked. Murray, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, they would have ate them up alive. If they would have been a switch, Howard goes someone else. Jokic would have dominated the switch. Or if Howard would have stayed and there's more space inside the paint, Jamal Murray would have ate. MPJ could have ate. Aaron Gordon could have ate. So things like that. Overall game wise is what kind of takes away from Dwight Howard, Prime Howard, and how he probably can't be not beat, but can't be all but so effective versus MVP Jokic. Because Jokic can expand the court. Jokic can pull him out the paint. Let's say if you switch, you're in trouble. So you gotta stay man on man. And then that's when the passing lanes open up. That's when the middle of the paint opens up, and they're gonna kill him. The Nuggets will kill the Magic there. So overall, team wise, yeah. For daggone sure, the Nuggets, this Nuggets team with MVP Jokic, or any team with Jokic, most likely win versus any Howard team based off just that game plan. But 1-on-1, that's where it's different at. Howard was like a Shaq-like figure. In that paint, foul line down, he was a monster. He was a heck of a lot to deal with. Jokic couldn't stop him. Jokic would probably get in foul trouble early and often, honestly. And if they did double, try to alleviate some pressure off of Jokic, we already know how that Orlando Magic team went. They were amazing. Howard kicked out to Nelson, kicked out to Turkoglu, Lewis, Courtney Lee. That team was stacked with straight 3-point shooters, so they will eat him alive there. So it just depends on how you want to play Howard. Do you want to double and leave the 3 open, or do you want to get Jokic in foul trouble? So I can see it going both ways. Just depends on what plan implements first. But if I had to say personally, I think the Nuggets will find a way to, if not neutralize Howard on the offensive side, he'll get his buckets. Might get 20 and 20. But I think, even if Nikola Jokic has not an off game, but doesn't have an explosive game, he doesn't have a 30 and 15. He has more like a 20 and 8, 20 and 6, 17 and 9 type of game with 5, 6 assists. That could be the difference of, the Nuggets beating the Orlando Magic with prime Dwight Howard. So overall, I think 1-on-1, Howard could beat a guy like Jokic, but then you have the team aspect. I think that's where it beats. That's where Jokic beats Howard at. So that's it for me, honestly. 1-on-1, I'll say Howard. I'll say a game plan. If you game plan and scheme up right, Jokic should definitely beat Howard in an overall team sense. So that's my take on it, guys. 1-on-1 matchup, Dwight Howard versus Jokic. I'll go to Howard. I think Howard will get him in foul trouble, and I think anywhere inside the paint, inside the post, Howard will lock Jokic down. But in an overall 5-on-5 game, team versus team, I have Jokic winning. He'll pull Howard out from the post. He'll bring him out to the perimeter, and then the Nuggets can run shot on the inside of the paint, or they'll, have the switch off. Howard goes, switch on someone else, and then Jokic will dominate their matchup, whoever switched on to him there. So that's my prediction for it. Howard 1-on-1 and Jokic team wins that matchup. So that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. So to me, honestly, it's kind of a cop-out answer, but I think it's a tie. I really do. Depends on what game plan is implemented first. Howard can win by going to the post, which he always used to do with the Orlando Magic. He'll pound the post, pound the paint, and we already know Jokic is prone to get in foul trouble quick and early. So that's a problem that he always has had for his whole career. And if they want to double Howard, he kicks out to guys like Jameer Nelson, Michael Petrus, Hedo Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis. The list goes on of the names that they had for the Orlando Magic squads when Howard was in prime Howard form. So I can see Howard winning that matchup there. But if you go to the Nuggets, you can say, okay, Jokic can't go in the post. Howard will lock all that down. But when Jokic pulls Howard out into the perimeter, that's where the problems come in for Howard and the Orlando Magic. If Howard stays man on man, then Jokic's going to have a lot of passing lanes. The Nuggets will have a wide open middle. But if Howard switches on to someone else, then the Jokic's going to dominate that matchup with the guys I just mentioned. He's going to dominate Hedo Turkoglu. He's going to dominate Rashard Lewis, Nelson. The list goes on. So, it's kind of a tricky question, but I see it as whoever plans implemented first wins the matchup.